Ever wondered if there's a simple, foolproof way to guarantee your blood test results before you ever walk into the doctor's office? There is, and here it is. You're going to want to write this down. It applies to your A1C, kidney functions, and even your basic metabolic panel. The number one leading indicator to guaranteeing your blood test results is... Before we dive into that number one leading indicator of your blood test results, we need to agree what a leading versus lagging indicator actually is when it comes to your health. Hopefully you can agree with me that your blood test results are actually a lagging indicator of how you're doing when it comes to improving your A1C, kidney functions, or your metabolic syndrome. And by that, I mean the actions you would have needed to have taken prior to that test to ensure you're on the right track. Let's take weight loss, for example. When you get on the scale, you either did or did not operate in enough of a caloric deficit to actually burn fat over a long enough period of time to show movement on that scale. So by that definition, your scale then is a lagging indicator of your efforts to lose weight. So if you reduce your food intake for, let's say, about an hour, and then you jump on the scale, well, your leading indicator is you're operating in a caloric deficit, but you've not done so for a long enough time to show any results. The leading indicator is your actions and your behavior. The lagging indicator is actually the number on the scale. So the same is going to go for your blood work. And let's keep this conversation confined to the body that I know best, my own. 3 years ago, my doctor gave me some sage advice, and you can let me know if you've kind of heard the same during one of your appointments. He noticed my kidney functions were impaired, my triglycerides were beginning to spike north of 200, my cholesterol was high, my blood pressure was bad, and I was beginning to develop signs of metabolic syndrome, including being chronically dehydrated and being a pre-diabetic since my fasting glucose was consistently over 100. His advice, and again, tell me if this is familiar, was cut out all alcohol, no more tobacco, and man, I love cigars. Start eating a Mediterranean diet capped at 2,100 calories a day, and make sure I consume at least 100 ounces of water daily. So if and only if I actually executed on that advice, would I know that when I came back in 3 months to repeat those tests, would my health be moving in the correct direction? I did take his advice for a few weeks, maybe a month, but I let it go from there. And when I went back, my blood results were actually worse. And so my primary asked me, did you do what I suggested? And I said what a lot of us do at times like this. I tried, and then I piled on every excuse that we've all used to get ourselves in this position, and that includes work has been crazy, had a kid's birthday party, friends had a wedding, we took a vacation, the weather's been nasty, you know, life. And do you know who doesn't care about any of that? Not only your primary doctor, nor the lab tech actually looking at your results, but the organs in your body that are being impacted by the extra weight that we're carrying. And that includes your heart, your liver, your kidneys. We have to take real action and not lie to ourselves about what we are or aren't doing, or about what we planned to do but never got to because we got busy. And I will tell you this, the outcome of not making these changes is truly life-changing. And I've linked a video in the end that goes through the near-death experience I had by carrying far too much weight on a frame that wasn't designed for it and ending up on medicines whose side effects I could not handle. And here's my point, and you need to remember this. If and only if we actually execute on every single element of our health journey, will we actually begin to make the impact we need to make to improve not just our health, but the blood results that go with it. So if you want to ensure that the next time you go in for an A1C check or a kidney function check or your overall metabolic panel, you know the work that needs to be done. And if you get it done every single day, every time you eat, it's the correct diet. You stay in the proper caloric deficit. You get the workouts and you're moving more. You get the proper amount of actual water, not Diet Coke, not coffee, not tea, actual water. Will you know that the next time you go in for your blood test, your results are going to be headed in the right direction? That said, you've got to do the work every day without exception. And then, and only then, can you remove any doubt about the results of your blood test. No one can do this work for you or us. It is up to us to do the work.